Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another Wingspan tournament game, and welcome to a brand new tournament. This is the Gregarious Grouse Extravaganza, which I'm sure, as you can tell from the name of this tournament, is going to be featuring the European expansion and not Oceania. So mixing it up a little bit here in this tournament. So we've got a group stage to start with. We've got a bunch of games coming up, and we've got our first one here. So yeah, we're going first in this game. We are going to jump in and we are going to see what we've got. Already liking the look of that tray. Am I going to like the starting hand as well? Well, I definitely don't mind it. I'd build Grebe pretty good to get that early on. Of course, even on these baseboards, card draw is so important, so being able to get something like that. Definitely handy, and Hummingbird as well could be useful for a bit of early game tempo, maybe getting some food and eggs at the same time. Take a look at the bonus cards. Okay. Or a behaviourist. Maybe not for the baseboards. Maybe that's one of those that's better on OE boards. So maybe Diet Specialist might be the way to go. Especially, got to talk about the elephant or the eagle in the room. In this case, being Bonelli in the tray. So yeah, we'll definitely be grabbing that turn one, and that's going to be good for later. But yeah, not really too sure. There's too much else great here. I think, like I said, I think I will keep Hummingbird. Just for a bit of tempo early on. Can definitely see myself, after I grab the eagle, maybe play the Hummingbird and the Grebe, maybe lay eggs, start drawing some cards, see what comes up. Hummingbird is a good way of getting a bit of food, just to get yourself going, but yeah, can't really rely on that all game, so I want to find something else. But yeah, I think I'm happy enough to settle for that. Like I say, we'll do a bit of digging, hopefully find a Frostbird. If we don't, we've got Bonelli. That does sort of work. At least it can go in the forest. Then maybe with this end of round, maybe it is actually something we consider. But yeah, let's lock that in. Let's lock that in, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of an adjustment here, going back to these baseboards and getting back into that mindset. So we'll see how we cope here in this game. And all right, here we go. On to our first turn. We'll see what our opponent's kept. 3 birds, a couple of food. See how that goes. But yeah, got to grab Bonelli. I think even more so on these baseboards. I do think this is a bird that potentially got slightly worse with the introduction of Oceania. So yeah, I have seen cases where Bonelli's eagle, Eastern Imperial Eagle, they've been in the tray early on in an Oceania game, and people have left them because they're not interested. You know, they want the big point birds, but they want to spend food, they want to spend nectar, get nectar points for it. And yeah, this is just such a great way, as I say, early on. Or even at any point of the game, as a late game point bomb, get that down. As yeah, you wanna be playing that. You wanna be scoring points with those extra cards, because I think that's another thing actually. On Oceania, of course, you could always discard those extra cards in the grasslands, maybe get some more eggs. You can't do that here, so this is a great way of using up those cards, which this great, I was going to call it Great Crested Grebe, Pied Build Grebe, get the name right, is going to help us out. So yeah, very good. Early game birds. Definitely glad, as I say, to be getting that down. So did see my opponent grabbed a food, so they've gone double seed. We'll see what that is going to result in. But yeah, as I said, I think we are going to go ahead and play Hummingbird. Okay, Hawfinch, pretty good opening bird for sure. But okay, let's get this Hummingbird done. I think we'll use the worm, and I'm only saying that because there are more worms in the feeder. So if we decide we want a worm back, we can always get that back. So play Hummingbird, and yeah, I think we'll lay eggs here. Another difference, I suppose, here between the Oceania boards and the base boards. I think if this is Oceania boards, you play the Grebe and you just start drawing because you're already getting you know, these 2 cards, but slightly slower resource access here on the base game. And yeah, potentially you want to be laying eggs, you know, drawing more cards with those eggs. I think especially when I got Bonelli, if I do maybe want to be playing that this round, then yeah, getting those eggs and getting those extra cards could definitely come in handy. So yeah, we'll do our best there to see what we can get going. But potentially that grasshopper spur as well. I'm sort of looking at that as an option, particularly with a seed in supply. So they have gone and grabbed food. And threw a card, I think. Yeah, because they now have got... Did they throw a card? Because I'm pretty sure the feeder wasn't... Oh, it's because the Hawfinch resets it. Got to pay attention to these powers. So, okay, they have... Yeah, kept the extra cards they had. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, we'll lay our eggs and we'll take a worm, as I said. So, yeah, definitely an interesting position, I think, early with the hummingbird. Obviously, giving out food to the opponent is helpful for them, but when they've got a good forest bird already, they've got better food access than me, and I've got better card access than them as it stands. So I think both of those things, at least to me, point towards food sharing maybe not being quite as detrimental as it might otherwise be. So yeah, I'm quite happy to give out a little bit of food if it's just going to help me get things going here in this early game. So we'll see what they play. Condor, okay. Wasn't expecting that, and makes you feel less bad giving away food if they don't necessarily have too much to spend that on. So that's gone down. We are going to start drawing cards. So Clark's Grebe, we've got another Grebe. Definitely don't mind that. Kind of wish I kept the fish now, but that's how it goes sometimes. We'll go off the top, and Fish Crow is excellent. That is a lovely bird to see when you've already got hummingbird in the grass, and so I think we are going to be going with that. See what else we find. Do I want this grasshopper sparrow now? It's definitely tempting, given that I will be going very heavy in this grasslands with Fish Crow and friends. And yeah, just getting more eggs. So I think I will pick that up. I think we'll get rid of... Oh, I don't know, actually. Prairie Chicken is tempting, given the bonus card, but I think we're going to be laying eggs so much that this Grasshopper Sparrow is gonna pay for itself. So I would like to keep this Clark's Grebe just as a good option. Maybe put that next in a round if I need a cavity nest, but also just getting more cards. So yeah, Prairie Chicken, I think, is the odd one out here, but that's a great find, Fish Crow. So we're going classic baseboard here. We're going to go Hummingbird, Crow in the grasslands, get our 2 food access going, and we're going to be able to avoid the forest, which, yeah, is definitely not something you see happen too much in Oceania. I feel like normally in Oceania you've got to go for the forest, you've got to get yourself that nectar. Whereas here, yeah, if you can get yourself 2 food-gaining birds in the grasslands, you are well set. So Bush Tit is the wetland bird going down, so that's their bird for this end of round. Maybe they'll start digging. We're going to lay eggs, and we're going to let them go first here on this bird feeder, because yeah, we want the fish. If we can get it for the Fish Crow and get that down, that is going to be key. Not just for the food access, not just for the grasses, but also this end of round. Getting another bird down for that is going to be helpful. So can we get ourselves a fish? We can't, which is a shame, but ultimately not the end of the world, because we can just force it, and I think I will do that, as I say, in the interest of being able to score extra points off this end of round. So we'll play Fish Crow, legs again, and then we should be set up well to get Grebe and Grasshopper Sparrow down as we go into round number 2. But we'll see. We'll see how that develops, and yeah, I say having double Grebe in the wetlands, I think this is going to help as we go into that next round. We can do a bit of digging. We draw 2 cards off the top potentially. We get another off this Grebe and another 2 off the other Grebe. So looking at 5 cards a turn. Obviously, you have to discard a couple, but it just means you see more cards. You're filtering through that deck. You're finding those big point birds that you want to play. All those nice engine building birds. I mean, we could find a House Finch or a Barn Swallow or something like that to go in this grassland. So that would be probably the cherry on top of everything that we've got going. But equally, so still got Bonelli in hand. So even if everything we draw is garbage, we have got a use for it there. And yeah, going to help this bird's card as well. So they are doing their digging. Perhaps no surprise. We'll get our Fish Crow down. Also no surprise. And yeah, we'll grab. I think we'll grab a fish with the Fish Crow so we can get this down. We'll grab ourselves a worm or berry or seed, I should say. Get the food right for this Grasshopper Sparrow, because that, as I say, I want to get that down going into round 2 and really help build up this grasslands, because I think we could get something strong here. I think, you know, once you get to 4 birds in the grasslands for sure, you got yourself a good engine. And yeah, we're going to have 3. So we're going to be most of the way there. And if we can get that fully wrapped up by the end of round 2, that's always a good position to be in. So yeah, definitely feeling good. And these end of round goals as well, they point very strongly towards grasses. I mean, none of these are even European expansion. These are all base game end of round goals. You know, they're all egg related, all their birds in grasslands. So yeah, strong grasses engine is really going to help support challenging and potentially winning a lot of those. We're going to have good amount of egg space in this wetlands as well. So hopefully that will help the last end around goal. But we see what my opponent's doing. It seems like they are digging again. I was a bit worried that maybe they had found another platform there, so they were going to play that in legs. It seems not. Although they have now gone and picked up the Anhinga. So they might be playing that. But yeah, we are going to win this end around. So that's the main thing for us. Get these eggs down. As I said, take a... Oh, this is the bug. Actually never seen this in person myself. But yeah, there's a bit of a bug in the game where it shows nature as an option. You actually can't take it even if you click on it. So yeah, not gonna impact the gameplay here, unfortunately. But we'll take our worm. I'll leave the seed there purely because they have better access to seeds than any other food with the hawfinch. So yeah, the worm for them might have been more valuable, but they do go and take the seed. Maybe they'll get themselves a reroll next time. They go and take food in the next round. But yeah, we're definitely set up well. We're going to win this first end around goal, and I think that's always a nice position to be in when you can win that first end of round goal, kind of without going too much out of your way. I mean, there's maybe an argument to say I could have played the sparrow first, laid eggs, got the crow down later, and obviously had kind of forced the crow a little bit by overpaying. But I think it's still important to get the food access going first, get these 2 birds down. That's really going to help out, as I said before, with getting these additional engine birds going. So there we go, with the end around 4 points in at the bank. Very nice. And Morning Dove going down, so very nice for them as well. Still a good get. It's still a good bird, I should say, even back on these baseboards. Definitely better on Oceania, but yeah, that is still going to be really good for them. So they're going to be taking a lot of food, but I'm going to be giving them food with this hummingbirds again. I think just with my better card access and their better food access, giving away some of this free food, I'm not too concerned by that. I think that food is going to help me more than it's going to help them. So I'm perfectly fine with that. But yeah, not a great tray, which again, perfectly fine with that as well. Always a concern, I think, when you're going first in a game, you start that first round, coming into round 2, those trays can be very, very game changing. You know, if Wood Duck popped up or something like that, they could have had something, you know, really, really strong going. But yeah, maybe the Barred Owl actually might be something they look at, but otherwise, not too bothered by that. I think we'll play our Grebe, and as I say, we'll do our digging. We'll see what we find. We're looking for those grassland birds, of course. Tucking bird would be top of our wish list, and ask and ye shall receive. So thank you very much. I'll be grabbing American Robin here. Absolutely no questions asked. And yeah, anything else here is a bonus. So probably, yeah, this Hermit Thrush actually, this could be helpful with the bonus card, with the Star Nest. Not sure if I get it down this round. Probably the Common Swift. It's not going to be too useful, but I think whatever we keep is probably going to get cycled a bit with the Robin. So there we go. We got what we wanted, and yeah, we could just go classic baseball grasslands, I think here. Robin will go down. I think we could still play the Sparrow. I think when you have a crow, getting these extra eggs, you know, you're less likely to run out of egg space, I think, because you know, you lay 4 eggs, get another one here, and then you discard with the crow. So you're still only gaining 4 each turn. I should have enough egg space, especially with something like this robin coming in handy here. So yeah, we'll get the robin down. Definitely want to prioritize that over the sparrow, because the tuck's still a point, but you get that additional value, get that additional sort of intangible benefit maybe of that card cycle, cycling through the deck, turn maybe some of these birds that I'm less enthusiastic about playing into something better, and that will certainly be what we want to do here. So yeah, they played their bard owl, so that might be something they look at for this end of round. Maybe they want to go and lay eggs at some point, but no cards in hand, so they're sort of speculatively taking food maybe here to see what they might want to play. And again, this tray is not very good, so perfectly happy for that to remain the case. And yeah, they might have to dig quite aggressively with the bush as well to see what they can find, but we're going to lay eggs. Egret, I think, is the one that can go. This is still flycatcher. Okay, whoa. I mean, not sure we need that, but it's a nice big point bird, so I definitely don't hate it. Maybe too much food, but they have got quite good food access themselves. Well, I'm going to take a worm anyway, because I think I do want the worm, just in general, to get this grasshopper sparrow down. And yeah, let's take a berry. Let's take a berry, because I'm just thinking about this. What are we going to try and play for this end of round? That's the question. Because I could play the sparrow, lay eggs, play the hermit thrush, lay eggs. And that's the star nest that would help me. Equally, I could play the grebe and the hermit thrush, but at the sacrifice of not having the grassland bird down, which would cost me eggs but gain me end of round points. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. My opponent might even just win this end of round goal anyway. You know, it depends a bit what they find through their card drawing, through their digging. Maybe they get another cavity nest and can push it anyway, but yeah, I think certainly plan A is going to be to get at least one of these star nests down. But it really is a question of like how much I want to cost the tempo to go ahead and do that. And maybe the answer to that is that I don't want to cost any tempo at all. So decisions. But as I say, I think this grasshopper sparrow could be useful. But on the other hand, when you've got a Cistel flycatcher that's already worth 6 more points, so even if this grasshopper sparrow gets me 6 more eggs, only puts them on par, this is going to help get more food, which, you know, that could save eggs, that could save users of the fish crow. I know my opponent hasn't got the common swift, so giving away worms, less scary, although they might find, of course, yeah, something like a collared dove or a starling, but they've gone and drawn, and they reveal Bee Eater, which does also tempt me as well. But yeah, I think if the choice is between Bee Eater and Flycatcher, although Bee Eater again, it's this end around, so could I lay eggs and play? I did eggs, Bee Eater, grebe, and then eggs again. That might be an option. That might be an option. It certainly would help with this end around. So yeah, maybe we do that actually. So let's get these eggs down. And I think given actually talked up this grasshopper sparrow so much, but I think given all these other lovely birds I'm finding, I don't think you are the one for this game. So let's take another worm, and we'll give my opponent the first stab at this bird feeder, because there is a chance they want food that's not there. So I'd rather not give them the reroll. I'd rather give myself the option of re-rolling, maybe I want to go for something like a berry. There we go. And yeah, that will allow me maybe to play this or this on a future turn. So yeah, it's all coming together quite nicely. I think the score will be a bit low, but we have been setting up an engine with low point birds, and I think that will continue maybe with this beta. But once this engine is going, it's going to be big points, lots of food. We've already got some big point birds to play. Bonelli as well. Should be able to max out that specialist without too much trouble. So yeah, it's all looking good. I think we're in a very sound position. And I think that's always nice. So rough going down, that is very good for them as well. But okay, no cards in hand, so they're gonna have to draw. I think they're gonna, in order to maximize the rough, you really want to draw twice here. You don't want to have to lay eggs. So they would have to lay eggs anyway to try and maybe get this end of round. So I think we do. Yeah, I think we do beat. I think we do beat and Grebe, and we put them in a position where maybe they have to be inefficient with how they take their turn. So let's get the beat down first. Let's get the beat down first. And I think when we lay eggs, I think the flycatcher goes. I like the thrush. With that star nest, maybe if we draw some more bonus cards later. But this flycatcher is also quite nice. It's a difficult one. Kind of don't want to get rid of either, but I don't think it's worth skipping a tuck in that position. So they are drawing, maybe not too surprising. But yeah, I think you got to draw twice here. I think you got to draw twice because you get the extra card cycle, you get the extra tuck, get the tuck and the egg here. Laying eggs isn't a great turn to be taking. So yeah, we'll put them in that position where maybe they want or feel the need to go and lay eggs, and they might be doing that because they haven't got an egg on the bush tip. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll get a Clark's Grebe down. So at worst, we're gonna tie this end around, but we could potentially be winning it, getting those sweet 5 points. But yeah, the points are starting to come on the board. 28's not bad. We've got a 4-point grasslands here that's potentially getting 3 food each time, which is very, very strong. And yeah, only one of those being co-op, as opposed to 2 if we had played the flycatcher, which could be important. I keep going on about their strong forest, but I think they are in the phase of the game where it's all about digging now. Especially with rough, you want to have as many cards as you can in your hand, and yeah, really make the most of that teal power with that tucking action. And just in general, you need to see cards. You need to be playing stuff. We're getting into the mid game. As you find yourself in the late game, you really need those big point birds. That's why I'm so happy to have stuff like Bonelli and Hermit Thrush as options, because that's really what you need. So yeah, they have drawn tucked on the bush tip, but we are going to be able to get 2 eggs, or 2 cavity nesting birds with eggs, which is key for us to win this turn around. So Beta, what can you do? We do believe, and we do get our rewards. Sorry, Flycatch, I think you do have to go. And Burial, to be honest, not bad. Could be an option. Let's take... Do we want to take a rat? Let's take a rat. And everyone can have a food. I'll take a seed. I'll take a seed. So I'm just giving myself options here, just keeping it flexible, keeping it open. Sort of expecting I'm probably going to draw cards first turn of the next round, so hopefully something good is there, but even if not, we're just drawing some cards and we're going to be able to cycle those with the Robin, so that's going to be nice. And that's going to be, yeah, hopefully our ticket to success in this game. So we'll see what comes of that. First of all, they're going to do their tucking. Maybe they might want that common little bittern. Not a great bird, but it does help maybe get some more cards. So I do feel like that's kind of what is top priority here. But we will see. We will see what they go for. But yeah, we handily win the end of round, come into round number 3, and that's a very nice tray. European Goldfinch, when they're doing tucking, is exactly what you want. And potentially a little busted. I do maybe like this burrowing owl a little bit more at this point. So at the very least, we take the Goldfinch. I think we'd probably block Gorsehawk as well, but we can always draw off the top first. Okay, maybe a bit late for you, but still don't hate seeing you at this point. Franklin's Goal, Purple Martin, that can be my next grass and bird, so that's very nice. And yeah, I mean, I think these are both good for them, so I am going to take these at the risk of leaving a completely empty tray. I think it's worth blocking these as options, so yeah. Red-winged blackbird might be something they do want to go for, but yeah, I think our process should be hopefully quite straightforward from here. We play Martin. Definitely want to get this down. Maybe even force this down, actually, so we can start getting the benefits sooner. But I think Martin in the grasslands is a no-brainer. Just about time to still make benefit of that. We can just lay lots of eggs, get the extra card cycle benefit. So they did go and draw a blackbird, maybe no surprise. And yeah, Great Egret has popped up, which, oh, that could be a very nice play when we've got lots of extra food and a diet specialist in hand. So yeah, I think we do go pick that up. And we can even grab the seed for this Goldfinch. So Beta's going to keep hitting. Very nice. Oh, yeah, I think, just trying to calculate this out, I think as nice as the gull would be, because we do kind of need extra cards with Bonelli, I think we probably at most need to draw cards once more. And I think Gull saving me that one turn versus Martin getting all those extra tucks, I don't think that's worth it. So we'll take the Great Egret. Nice one to have in reserve. And yeah, as I say, grab. Well, I suppose here we'll grab a fish with the crow, and then we can grab a seed with the hummingbird. And I think that sets us up. So I fully expect that they'll play the blackbird next turn. And then we can play Goldfinch, so we should hopefully still be getting, yeah, maximum benefit off that. But yeah, I'm hoping. There we go. Blackbird goes down. So yeah, time to get this down and start, as I say, getting those pink tucks come in. And first specialist bird. So it's taken a while, but I'm definitely hoping we can max that out. We have, in theory, got the options in our hand to do that, but this Bonelli, I don't know. We might end up paying food for this, or we might not end up playing it at all, because, you know, at the moment the spare card is the burrowing owl. That's going to be what we tuck and draw with. But if we want to play Egret and we want to play Thrush and we want to play Eagle here, we're not going to have enough cards to fully tuck under that. And not necessarily sure if it's worth drawing cards again just for that. So yeah, I think maybe burrowing owl is better. Just got to work this out. It's obviously 3 points more, as long as I'm going to lay eggs 3 times. This is in theory better. I certainly wouldn't expect any points to come through from this. So yeah, I think we stick to our guns. I think we stick to the original plan. Go with the Purple Martin. So I'd say maybe feels a bit on the late side, but this is going to be valuable. We can even think about throwing some food, so maybe some of these bee-eater worms that come through. If we don't necessarily think we're going to need those to play extra birds, we can throw those, get points for that, and potentially, you know, we're potentially looking at a 6 or 7 point engine here going into the late game, which is very, very strong. Definitely a position I like to be in. So, yeah, opponent, I'd imagine, it's going to be drawing cards. They played Godwit, so another bonus card coming through. That's going to be good for them. But, yeah, you want to keep drawing. You want to keep feeding that rough, because actually, just notice this now, they did only tuck once on the previous round. So you want to make sure you're doing that 3 and 3 for the last 2 rounds. And really, yeah, getting as many points as you can off that, because it's 3 points. It's 3 points basically, and it doesn't trigger Goldfinch. So yeah, you get your tucks, and you're not giving me any, which I think is key in this position. So yeah, so Godwit goes down for them. I think we are going to start throwing the worms. If we change our mind, we can always turn them back with the fish grip, but maybe turn them into other food that we want instead. So let's see what we're going to find on the cycling. Chiff Chaff. Well, glad I found that and not my opponent at the very least, but I think it will go here. And yeah, do we use Crow? Do I care about giving out free food? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So let's skip the Crow. And I'm gonna take a berry. I'm gonna take a berry. Because I think, as I said, I think we're gonna do Hermit Thrush. I think we're gonna do Great Egret. And I'll keep Bonelli as an option to play, but realistically, I'm sort of hoping I find a nice big point bonus card bird. That Godwit would have been ideal, but something like that, the Hit Start Specialist, I think would be better than Bonelli in this case. So we'll kind of see. Because the thing is, as well, I'm pretty sure what I'm going to have to do is play the Wetland double play before my final turn. And if I'm playing Bonelli, I want to keep a card so that I'm tucking on the Robin and the Martin anyway. So yeah, we might not have necessarily the cards to feed that before coming to our last turn, but we'll kind of wait and see. Have to be a bit of a judgment call. I'm definitely hoping though, with this double tuck and draw in the Grasslands, we should be able to find something good. We should be able to find something good to double play into, so hope that's the case, but otherwise, yeah, we'll hope on these rerolls that we can grab some rats with the Hummingbird, but we've also got Fish Crow that will help out there as well. So more tucks coming through. Very, very nice. Yeah, we'll do some tucking of our own. So we'll go lay eggs. See what we can cycle through with Golden Eye. Maybe a bit late for you. So you can go and get tucked. Kingbird definitely too late for you. So okay, do we take fish here? I think we maybe do. Even though it's not coming up on the reroll, and I'm gonna skip this for now. I think if the Bee Eater rerolls fish, I'll skip the Crow and use the Hummingbird, but or whatever other food I need. It's probably going to be rats from this point. If I do this, but I kind of want to wait and see. I want to at least see that that new tray in round number 4, if I can keep track. I want to see that tray, and I want to see what comes up. I would sort of guess that if there is a nice puffin or something, they will block that, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe something good will come up. I'd like to keep my options open, but yeah, 62 points. We're looking good. We're going to get 6 off this end of round. Very, very nice. It's just been classic baseboard game, this really. Get your card access going, get your double food, and, well, triple food even here, but yeah, double tucking as well. This pink power. Very, very nice to come up when your opponent is doing the full tuck, or doing the semi-full tuck, maybe is a better way of describing this, but yeah, is a nice end gem. So if we can take 1 point off that, definitely beneficial for us. So we'll see what they do. Sort of guessing maybe they want to draw again. Give yourself lots of options on the rough, but yeah, I think regardless, we should be hopefully in a good position going into the next round. But it looks like they're taking food, so looks like they are taking food. Indeed they are, and it looks like was that the owl? Was the owl getting a hit? So we'll take that. Still getting points, even when they're not doing the wetlands. But yeah, they got a lot of food. Got a lot of food, so maybe they've got some big point birds, but maybe that's a signal that I should not worry about using this hummingbird and just keep giving them food. Because they might not be able to make use of it, so we'll see. We'll see how that plays out, but yeah, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier. We're in a good position. It's always nice to come into this final round with good birds in hand and know what we want to place. That's another end around goal win, 3 out of 3 so far. Hopefully we can be in a position to make it 4 out of 4. But yeah, depends a bit what the deck is going to give us and what we can play. And you know, my opponent, they could, in theory, just from drawing cards, they could fill up on the bush tit and the blackbird and get 8 there. So as long as we do egret Bonelli, we should be fine. Egret anything, to be honest, will be fine, but yeah, it will mean that we might have to play these before the final turn, which is kind of what I was worried might happen, but yeah, like I say, play it bit by ear, see what comes up. So we'll see what they're going to do. Normally if you go and grab food, that's a signal that you want to go and play something. I'm assuming they've gone and done that. So if I spent into Chuan Ravens, okay. Didn't expect a Raven at this point. Might just be for points. Maybe they've got Prairie Manager or Omnivore or something like that, but it's gone down. So fair enough. We are going to lay eggs. I think at least just this once more. And see, can we get a nice big point? Wetland birds. We can't, but we get Bells Ferrier. Oh, that would be so nice to be able to play that. But I just don't think I have the turns really to be able to justify that. So again, on this reroll, we're not really getting the rats that we're kind of looking for. So I think I will have to use this fish crow and skip you there. So okay, it feels like last 3 turns. It may well be thrush, eggs, double play, and then eggs again. So we may well very much need a rat to come up on the reroll with the hummingbirds if we do need to play this eagle with food. But yeah, I'd say this Belzerio, this is tempting. This is nice, but at the end of the day, it's 3 points with a bonus card, and I know I can lay eggs for 6 or 7. So this is a gamble, whereas laying eggs is the safe bet. And I feel like in this sort of position, I want to take the safe bet and make sure I'm getting those points. Okay. See what they do. Maybe they are going to lay eggs. Maybe they are going to lay eggs and use that raven for a bit of food. Yeah, they are indeed. So definitely feel like I don't have to worry too much about yeah, giving away some of this extra food with the hummingbird. But yeah, do we? I mean, I think we lay eggs again here anyway. Because I was going to say play the thrush and then lay eggs, but playing the thrush, actually, I'm not going to be discarding food when I lay eggs next turn anyway, so I'm not going to be running out of space. So I may as well lay eggs now. And see if we can find that wetland option that we want. We cannot, but I think that's okay. So we'll do, yeah, we'll take a rat, and then we take another rat here. And I think we just play this Bonelli with food. I think that's honestly what we do here. So, yeah, as strange as it may be, I think that's how this is going to work out for us, because we do want to keep this card. We do want to keep the extra card. In this case, Eleanor's Falcon. It's going to get us 2 points here through the card cycles. So I think that's worth keeping. But yeah, three turns less so. We'll do double play. We'll lay eggs and we'll play Hermit's Thrush. And I think that's our set. So again, it'll be Hermit Thrush unless something better comes up. Honestly, not sure. There's too much better. Maybe a nice Ultimate Oriole wants to make an appearance, but yeah, I'll still take a 7-point play that is also going to get points. I'm on this bonus card that, yeah, we're coming into these last 3 turns and not scoring any points off it, but we are going to max that out and get the full 6, so that's definitely going to help. That's definitely help. But yeah, I suppose maybe actually with their egg laying, maybe they are going to push and fill up a lot of these spaces. So we will get to 10, I believe. Got 6 plus 4. Yeah, we'll get to 10. They can, in theory, get more than that, but it's going to be lots of egg laying, which they might not want to do. Yeah, so they could, if they just laid eggs twice now, they'd also get to 10. So we would tie. But I think they probably want to be playing this or maybe drawing cards. In which case they won't. They won't get the points, but let's do this play. Let's do this play. Play the food. Yeah, a little bit silly, but it's kind of how it goes. Still a big point play. What was that? 15. I suppose think of this like it's a golden eagle. And you don't feel so bad, but yeah, it does feel strange to see that with no tucks. But yeah, 15 minus 3, but another 3 here, so big point play. We're getting close to 100. We should get over 100 here pretty comfortably, given our final few turns. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to go on over here. Like I say, this kind of does smell a bit like Prairie Manager, but we're still going down, so we are going to win this end around without having to do anything. That would have been better for me than Bonelli, but I'm certainly not going to complain. We'll get our eggs down. And yeah, this is the point where Puffin or something shows up. No, Shock Head Strike. Well, that's absolutely fine. That's also absolutely fine. We'll skip, and we'll skip. Because we've got Hermit Thrush to play, so... yeah, some nice plays for them. They got a lot of bonus cards, so like I say, I sort of am expecting Omnivore. Maybe Prairie Manager is in there. I hope they haven't got Bird Counter, but they could well have some good ones in here. 5 bonus cards. Could be a lot of points. But yeah, lots of low point birds on the board. Not going to have many eggs. A few tucks. But really, I think the key for us here has been winning all these end around goals. And this Goldfinch as well. Helping out, playing support. So yeah, they did draw. So got a few points off that. And we'll play our Hermit Thrush, which we are also going to get a few points off with Dart Specialist as well. So very nice to max that out. As I said, sort of knew that was going to happen all game, but maybe just came together in this final round. So they'll get their tucks off the rough, and yeah, complete domination in the end of round goals. Very, very nice. So we'll see how that plays out. As we come here into the final score. So on birds, we do have an edge there, 49. Very, very nice. Bonus cards for them though. I said 5 bonus cards, 80 points. So they bring it close, but end of round goals, we dominated. Eggs, we absolutely dominated as well with our very, very strong grasslands. So we hold a big lead. How close can my opponent bring it with the tucks? It is not going to be close enough. It is going to be a nice win for us here. 119 is the final score, up against 83. So yeah, all felt pretty much on rails there. Classic baseboard approach, hummingbird, crow, and then the double tucking birds. Super nice stuff. And yeah, didn't really find too many of the big point birds or too many of the bonus card birds, but Egret into Bonelli, super nice. And yeah, this is maybe just a case of really minimizing the number of turns that you draw cards, because drawing cards for me, 0 points. If I can save that turn and spend it laying eggs, that's potentially 7. And that is a big difference. So even playing Eagle with no tucks, I think that worked out in the end. So we'll just take a look at my opponent's board one more time. Some of their bonus cards. Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. Started off with some nice ones, to be fair. Ecologist and Ethologist, but yeah, sort of tapered off a little bit there. Bird Feeder, you never really want to see that, even as close as they came. But yeah, definitely one of those games where getting the good birds early, getting that engine going into round 2, super nice, and gets us started in this tournament with a very nice win. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for watching. And as I said at the start, this is European expansion only tournament. So if that's what you're into, going to be plenty more games coming your way. So if you want to see those, make sure you stay up to date. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along. And I look forward to seeing you in another video very, very soon.